Over the years, Marvel Strike Force has given us some truly meta-defining characters. Characters that have changed the way we play entire game modes. Characters that have changed the way we build our entire rosters. And in this video, we are talking about none of them. Because today we are talking about the flaming dumpster trash characters that have never been useful in Marvel Strike Force. Yeah, Scopely, listen up. These characters need a rework just to become useful because they have never had a use in Marvel Strike Force. We're talking about the worst of the worst, the bottom of the barrel. And if you're ready to count them down, guys, find that like button. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Oh, what is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you're ready to count down with me the worst characters of all time in Marvel Strike Force. Yes, these are characters that have never really had their place in this sun. They've never had a time to shine. They've never had value. They've never been on a solid team. And we're also going to talk about some dishonorable mentions as well. Some characters that may have had a little bit of time in the sun, but yes, very, very irrelevant nowadays. So without further ado, guys, let's go into the game and start this list down. Boom. First character is Nebula. Yes, this is a dumpster fire character that has never really been good. I guess there's the only saving grace that she had at one point is at one point she was a good one-on-one character. Once in a while, you get down to one-on-one in a blitz battle back in the day, and she was very scary to go up against. But outside of that, really never had a place in the meta of Marvel Strike Force. I got a 6 red star, and that was a very disappointing moment for me. I don't know if she's a good candidate to get reworked either. I mean, maybe if Guardians of the Galaxy 3 potentially gets released, but as of right now, I don't see a rework on the horizon for her, and she might be just relegated to this trash category. Let's take a look at her kit, because this is so I was gonna say outdated, but even at launch, this was not a very good kit. Her base stats are not that good. She has below average damage, below average health. Her speed is a little bit above average at that 107, but that's still pretty slow and not really making up for the rest of her bad stats or her bad kit. She's attacking the primary target, 280% damage. She's a 90% chance to get speed up, which means 10% of chance you're getting nothing. You're getting nothing except for this low damage with some low base damage. You put a T4 in her, she'll always get speed up, but that's still a very slow character, low damage. This is a nothing move. This is also kind of a nothing move as well. Attacking the primary target, 170% damage, getting 2 counters. Pretty weak in my opinion. It was weak even at global launch as well. I was gonna say a decent move. This isn't not even a decent move. 270% damage with some very, very low base damage. 60% chance to chain. That means 40% of the time this is doing nothing except for this attacking the primary target. So very, very weak move. Was not a great move at the time. And then her passive right here, 10% chance to assist when an ally attacks is very, very low. You put the T4, it goes up to 15, but still very, very bad, and 15% chance to revive on death. That's not that bad, but consider that the rest of this passive is almost irrelevant to you. This passive may be doing absolutely nothing. So the character with bad kit, bad stats, Nebula, man, she definitely needs a lot of love. So hopefully she gets some soon, but unfortunately for Nebula, I don't see anything on the horizon. Maybe one day she'll get a Guardians tag. Maybe she'll be a heroes and villains. Maybe she'll get some kind of synergy with Gamora and Thanos and something. But as of right now, and as of her entire history in this game, just been a trash character. So Scopely, Nebula needs a little bit of love, guys. Come on. Let's move on to the next character, though, and it is Cree Oracle. Now, I know at one time some people did like Cree Oracle. He has always been on the bottom of all the Cree minions, and the Cree minions are not very good. Now, they did get a rework. He got slightly better, and if we take a look at what was improved, his passive was improved. The target is Ronin or Cree. He's going to heal them for 10% of his max health instead of the 5. This is anytime anybody gets ability energy, though. So if they're gaining no ability energy, this passive does nothing. So bad. And he doesn't even heal that great either. He applies regeneration to all allies, which means that if you need healing right now, you're gonna have to wait another turn if this is your healer right here. And if we look at his base stats, his passive is not very good. It's only gonna proc with the ability energy, but his health is actually pretty decent. He has some pretty decent health. It's above average. His damage is very low though, and he's a very slow character. So even though he might be doing some healing with these regenerations, they're just regeneration. Nothing is really healing right away unless you get some ability energy. So Cree Oracle on the bottom of those very, very bad Cree minions right now. I don't know if anybody's really using them except for a trash team in Blitz. He needs some help. He got a rework. He probably needs another one just to be relevant. But as of right now, no relevancy in the game, which is kind of sad because he's used to unlock Nick Fury, and even at the time wasn't very good. Let's move on to this guy, Hand Blade Master. Now there's a lot of bad hand characters, but two of them can actually unlock a legendary character. We're talking about Nobu and Hand Assassin here. That's why Hand Blade Master, in my opinion, is the worst hand character. And it's like saying, what is the worst of the worst? This Hand Blade Master is the worst of the worst. His kit is very, very bad. And again, I was gonna outdated doesn't really fit his kit because even at the time was not very good. Let's go take a look at it. Now, his saving grace, he does have some good damage. He's one of the higher damaging characters in the game, and his speed is actually pretty decent. But because his kit is so bad, because his health is so low, and he's on such a bad team, doesn't matter if he has good base stats for this. All right, so he's attacking a single target with his basic. He is attacking a single target with his special. He's a minion, so he doesn't have an ultimate. He has a special that he's attacking a single target. He has a chance to bonus attack. That means 60% of the time, this ultimate is doing nothing but attacking the primary target. So, not good. And then his passive is just more damage. So, very, very disappointing. Very weak. At least some of the other hand characters can unlock a legendary. Hand Blade Master does nothing and is left off a lot of full hand teams, is on a lot of trash teams as well. So he needs a rework. This entire faction needs a rework. Maybe they'll be coming. So maybe there'll be somebody coming to give them a little bit of rework, a reason to rework them. I know there's been rumors of a Heroes for Hire. I know sometimes the defenders and Heroes for Hire go against the hand. People have been wanting Madame Gao, some other characters from the hand to hopefully bring these guys back into the forefront. But as of right now, the only one that has a little value is Electra, because it's not because she's on the hand team, it's because she's on the Shadowland team. So that is it. Worst of the worst right here in this Hand Blade Master. Let's move on to Aim Infector. Now you can make the argument that when Aim got their rework, this character had a little bit of value, but even that was very, very questionable, because if you had 5 Aim characters, usually Infector was left off that list. I mean, there's some arguments for Researcher, some arguments for Monstrosity, but very, very little arguments for Infector. Now, sometimes he can be very good. He's a high risk, not necessarily a high reward character, a high risk, medium reward character. So he's very inconsistent. Taking a look at his kit though, attacking the primary target, 150% damage, copying all negative effects from this character to the primary target. Unfortunately, a lot of times when I'm using that Aim team, they get those negative effects flipped a lot. He does have a passive that helps with that though. Let's take a look at his special right here. I keep wanting to say ultimate, but these minions don't have an ultimate. For spilling the speed bar, good. Max health is good. He's healing himself though. He's not healing all the Aim characters. He's getting a chance to counter, chance to apply counter to Aim allies. It goes up a little bit more, but I don't know if you want to be putting the T4s into this character. I mean, maybe you could build them up to put these purple in him. But this last one, this passive, on turn, he's gaining some random negative effects, so that helps with his basic, but still, not a very good character. The Aim faction was in a very weird place towards global launch. They didn't do a lot of things right. They got more use with the reworked Scientist Supreme, the rest of the Aim characters, and Graviton's introduction, excuse me. But yes, I think this is the character that's the worst of the worst. I haven't even put an ISO into this character, but yes, 6 red star is not even worth building this character, unfortunately. So a lot of these characters on the list, unfortunately, I've gotten good red stars for them, but maybe that's some kind of system in the game that only gives red stars to bad characters. But yeah, worst of the Aim, guys. Researcher is very, very close as well, but I know some people are using Researcher very well. I know some people use Infector as well, but yes, his kit, if all things being equal, if you have all equal red stars on all your Aim characters, this is the guy that you're going to leave off an Aim team. And Aim right now, they're not even in the meta conversation anymore. And then last, now I'm gonna have 3 characters for this, And when I'm talking about the worst of the worst characters, I think I'm talking about these Ravagers. This guy, I have not been a fan of him for a while. Some of you guys have asked why I am farming him. Well, I did not have him at 7 stars, and still I've gotten the 7-star or the shards for the 7-star now. Still can't find myself to spend $500,000 gold to upgrade this character to 7-star just to complete my roster. Not a good kid. If you look at his only taunt as a protector, it is a 50% chance a taunt goes up if you put this skill in him right there, but you're gonna have to use gold and training mats to get this in. It only goes up to 70%, 30% of the time. Getting no taunts as a protector, very, very unreliable. Does a little bit of self-healing here. Doesn't heal the entire team, so very greedy character. Defense up for 3 turns. And then this block chance, very, very weak. Even at the time, this was a very, very bad kit. So when talking about some of the meta characters nowadays, this guy just not even in the conversation. Same with Ravager Stitcher. His healing is so low. I don't care what their base stats are. There's no team for them. Their kits are weak. I mean, look at this. He's gaining more max health on his passive. Doesn't help anybody on the team. He's healing a little bit, which is decent, and it's still pretty bad though. I think there was a point in year 1 that he got a rework, and he's still right after that rework, he still was not relevant at all. And the last non-relevant character that I want to talk about that never was really relevant is Ravager Boomer. Yeah, one of the minions for Yondu. In fact, his whole Ravager team needed a rework at the beginning. Yondu had some value at one point, but trying to make a Ravager team with Yondu and these 3 minions never really worked. Even in beta, even in global launch, this was a whole bad team. So those are my characters, guys. The three Ravagers, Aim Infector, Hand Blademaster, Cree Oracle, and Nebula. All bad characters, not really having a lot of value for anybody playing right now. And now it's time to get to the dishonorable mentions. So first one I want to mention is Bucky. Bucky did not make the list of the worst characters because he has had some time in the sun. He was part of a villain team with Kingpin, Crossbones very early on, had some good synergy there. And then with the introduction of Zemo, Bucky has a little bit of value on that Hydra 2.0 team, but even that nowadays, people are shifting away from that, making his 3rd Hydra team. So Bucky, he needs a little bit of rework. Hopefully with the Falcon and Winter Soldier series out right now, Scopely finds it in their hearts to give Bucky a little bit of love, but yeah, just damage doesn't really do too much other than damage. Maybe if they increase their base stats or something. Let's talk about the other hand characters though that also have no value. Nobu and Hand Assassin. Now, I say no, they have a little bit of value because they do unlock Phoenix. You can't unlock Phoenix with them. Nobu at one time, actually during beta, was one of the best characters in the game. His minions were very strong. He could revive them a lot. And then as soon as global launch came, he fell off. So that's the reason he didn't make the list. He did have a little bit of value in beta, and he does unlock Phoenix. So not the worst of the worst. He never really had a lot of time in global launch to shine, but during beta, he did have some time. So yeah, and he unlocks Phoenix as well. Hand Assassin, other than that Phoenix unlock, is a total trash character. The only reason Blademaster got a little bit nod above Hand Assassin was that Phoenix unlocked, but Hand Assassin, Blademaster, both pretty much trash in my opinion. And with you able to unlock Phoenix with Hela, and if you get Dr. Doom before Phoenix, you could actually unlock Phoenix with Dr. Doom. So you don't even need Nobu and Hand Assassin anymore if you're going to go that Dr. Doom route. Merc Sniper, not a very good character either. He got a little bit of life with that Taskmaster rework, but when he's not on a Taskmaster team, Merc Sniper is so not valuable. Decent base stats, but just no real solid team if you don't have him on that Taskmaster team, and not a strong kit that aligns with the current meta. And then a last honorable mention, Iron Man. Unfortunately, the worst legendary in the game. And even when he was a brand new legendary, and I was super excited to unlock him after farming all those shield characters, never really made it onto my first team, on my first Avengers team. Did get a little bit of life with power armor, and that's why he didn't make the worst possible characters, because he was usable at one time, but a lot of people are replacing him when the Powertron with the Ultron version came around to counter the Marauders. The one that was replaced was Iron Man. And unless you're using power armor, still Iron Man's very disappointing. So hopefully he gets a rework as well. hopefully you guys enjoyed the list. Are there any other characters that are bad that just need reworks from Scopely? This is the time, guys. They need a little bit of love, and hopefully 2021 is the year. Let me know what you thought of this list. Are there any characters that you think I forgot? Or are there any characters that you think that were on this list that maybe aren't as bad as I'm describing? So let me know your thoughts, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends, share it with your lion mates, subscribe to the channel, check out some of the sponsors down below, guys. You could save up to 20% off your in-game purchases with Amazon coins, and you could play on BlueStacks for free with BlueStacks 5, the fastest emulator out there. There's some other sponsors down there as well, but give me a Hulk fist bump before you leave. And I'll see you guys next time. Check out some of my other videos, guys. ValleyFlyin out.